Uh-oh. Here we go. Come on. Yep. Power on. Turn on. There you go. I was waiting for you to start this little fun process. What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? Passing the great vibes from on high. It is your boy, DarkHorse Rye. And welcome back to yet another episode of Stranding. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit extra right now because I got some caffeine in my system. That being besides the point, hopefully everyone is having a great day today. Let's go ahead and get started with this gameplay. This is about to be part number 15 for this series. And as usual, if you're not caught up on the series, then I suggest that you go ahead and get caught up, or just watch the last episode if you haven't seen that yet. Especially now, because at the moment of recording this, we are days away from Death Stranding number 2 dropping. So your boy is going to be trying to grind out this game as much as possible so we can go ahead and get ourselves set up for that. Maybe not on the day that it drops, but at least only a little bit of time before it drops. And then not only that, but your boy also found out a few days ago for his other series, The First Berserker Kazan, they have a DLC dropping, I believe either this week or sometime in the near future. I know it's sometime soon. It may have already dropped as far as I know, but of course you already know your boy gonna be trying to go through that as well. So I have a full plate on my hands when it comes to videos that need to be dropping. And so all I can say is keep up. That's all I can really say, because I'm gonna be trying to do my best to keep up with everything myself. So yeah, with all that being said, really, like I said, hope everyone is having a great day. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'll explain everything that happened in the last episode once we jump into the game. As for right now, you guys already know what to do. Go ahead, grab yourself some snacks, kick back, get ready to enjoy the show, because we about to jump right back in, because there's not very much left to go, I think, based on what's happening in the story and whatnot. But we'll get to that once we get started. So let's go ahead and get jumping right now. All right, you guys, so of course here we are back inside of this game, ready to take on some more missions and orders and whatnot. And I'm bringing you guys back in with a sleeping Sam because he's probably gonna need the rest for this episode as far as I know. So in the last episode, we had to deal with yet another supercell storm that transported us back to the World War era. However, the difference with this one, unlike the last one, was that we had dead men with us. And I believe that's because they're linked to the guy we always had to fight inside of them. So because he had BB with him at the time, that's the reason why he got pulled in. And because we were going to get BB, that's why we went along with them. Anyways, of course, we ended up having to fight the guy who was taking care of BB originally and was treating him, I guess, like his child, outside of a tank. But we now know his name is Clifford Unger. He's the guy we keep seeing in all these visions whenever we connect up to BB when we're coming up the elevator and whatnot. We learned some info about him, and also we got a little bit of story as to who Deadman actually is. I'm not going to go into detail with that because I'm trying to hurry this intro along, but of course if you want to know all those details, go check out the last episode. After we got all that information about him, we came up the elevator to go and do an order for Dr. Hartman, who we met in the last episode as well. He tasked us with bringing Mama, aka Malingian's body to him because her body had not done what I believe they call necrotize. And for those of you who are wondering what that is, that's the thing that happened in the first episode of the game, where if you didn't burn the body, then it would essentially cause a void out, as they kept stressing to us in this entire game. So of course we did our due diligence in going to meet Dr. Hartman with the body, and we also started learning more about him as well and what we have to do on this journey going forward. I will say the interesting thing about him, which only has a little bit to do with his story, this man goes in and out of the spirit realm 60 times a day. I'm gonna be for real with you, I don't think I could do that for me personally. Now, considering his motivation, if it came down to that, maybe I could, but just on like a, oh, I'm trying to go just because I want to type basis, no. I don't think I could do that. After we got done talking with him, he went back to the spirit realm again, before we left. But we learned that at this point in time, we are in the last leg of the journey for this game. As of right now, we are going to have to connect up a few more points, or I guess they say knots, in order to get to this other side of the coast. And after we connect these points, then we will be on our way to M.U.L.E. and where she is being held captive, as what they have been saying throughout this entire game. So it's safe to say that we are closely approaching the end. And these last like few chapters, they've been going kind of fast. So like I said before, strap yourselves in, you guys, because we're about to get started. And at this point in time, it's time to wake up Sam. Wake up, Sam. Yep, get yourself ready. It's time for us to go. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, yeah, we got BB back in the last episode too. How could I forget little BB? How could I forget little BB? Oh, excuse me, Lou. I forgot. Lou is the name now.
That's okay.
Yeah, because we got to learn a little bit more about Sam as well in the last episode. Like, what's his motivation for a lot of this stuff? Probably why he didn't like interacting with people and whatnot. But yeah, we found out a lot about Sam in the last episode as well, and it was kind of crazy to kind of hear some of the stuff that happened with him. But him and Hartman had a lot to kind of go off of as well, you know. So they have a lot of similarities. But now we're reunited, and now we don't have to really worry about BTs like that. Oh man. So what's the next order?
Our ultimate objective in this region is to build a replacement for a way station that was lost to the tar.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the
First
tar.
step is to put a shelter with our scientists on the chiral network. And we don't know the first thing about M.U.L.E.'s status or what Higgs is up to.
Mm-hmm.
That's a concern for us as much as you. But we won't know more until we get to Edge Knot City. And that means connecting this region first.
So how did tell us to do
the
it?
geologist and the paleontologist. The latter's holding something for the Evo-Devo biologist, so I recommend you save her for last. That way, you can finish a delivery and link up the final site in one go. Once all three are on the grid, come back here. Then we can get to work on the replacement for that lost way station.
I wonder if we're gonna run into that tar, because they keep talking about it. So it's like maybe we will have to deal with it at some, not deal with it, but go through it, I guess is the best way of saying it. Oh man, okay, let me look at my equipment real quick just to see what we need, and then we'll go from there.
Thermal pad.
I forgot about this.
Indispensable gear for cold weather operations, especially useful when traversing snow-capped mountains.
I forgot all about this right here. We did get this in the last episode. I believe we got it from Hartman, as a matter of fact. What does it actually do? I'm gonna read it real quick, and then I'll let you guys know. Okay, so the thermal pad is essentially about the same thing as the armor that we can put on us, where we can put it on like our hips or our shoulder pads, but it of course just keeps us warm, and it still takes up space on our body. So yeah, I guess we could do this, but we couldn't take too much cargo, I guess the best way of saying it. And you know what, now that I say that, we probably need to just go ahead and get the order, see what we're working with first when it comes to that. And then, oh my goodness, jeez, he said go to the geologist and then the paleontologist. Probably the smartest thing to do. And they're on top of the mountain, so yeah, we're gonna need that thermal pad. Oh my goodness. And then of course, because of the fact of the smartest thing would be for us to take both of those at the same at the same time. We're gonna be at what, 123 for the kilograms. We might need to go ahead and get the like the power legs, because right now I think we are using the first exoskeleton, and I don't really like using the power legs, mainly because of speed. No, right now we're using the mountaineering legs. Let me stop. Ooh, then we need to keep the mountaineering legs. Oh boy. Well, we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and grab these 2 orders right here. But we have to be very careful with the paleontologist stuff. Okay, let's go ahead. See what we can do.
A geologist of ours has been studying fossils as part of his research into prehistoric extinction events. He's been out there conducting excavations for a while now and has begun to suffer the effects of chiral contamination.
Huh?
No doubt the result of excessive exposure to chiralium during the dig. Until the site is properly decontaminated, his work can't proceed. Nor will his health improve. So we need you to bring him some chiralium scrubbing agents.
The structure
Hartman,
of the team was
you're awake.
dates from the end of the Cretaceous period, the time of the infamous mass extinction, which brought the reign of the dinosaurs to a close, leaving small mammals to inherit the Earth.
Okay, don't get
It's
on a
the
yap
most
session
recent
now. We
of
gotta
the
go.
P5, and one of the largest mass extinctions the world has ever seen. In any event, our team found something truly remarkable.
Uh-huh.
Can you guess what it was?
What was
A
it?
fossil beach. If that is indeed what it is, then he has made a tremendous discovery. Therefore, Sam, it is essential that you deliver those chiralium scrubbing agents as soon as possible.
Okay, well,
One more
never
thing,
mind. I was
Sam.
about to say.
For this run, you'll be transporting an antimatter bomb.
Oh.
Bridges' paleontologist working on a dig says he needs it. Apparently, the fossils he wants to study are buried deep beneath tar, and the only way he can get to them is by blowing it wide open.
What is up with y'all in the
Now,
bombs?
hopefully, I don't need to tell you to be extra careful when handling high-yield explosives. But in case I do, make sure you keep that container in one piece, no matter what.
What is up with y'all in making me have to carry these bombs, man? Like, y'all want to keep telling me to be careful, but then you keep putting these doggone, what you call them on me? All these doggone dangerous elements on me. Oh my goodness. You know, I'll come back and get the thermal pads and whatnot. I gotta check my all-terrain skeleton first, and then see if my power gloves are still good as well. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to do this efficiently. I might need to get me another skeleton, to be honest with you. And since it's mostly like BT area right here, I feel like the only thing I may need would be my hematic grenades as usual, which I might already have on me, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for right now. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get this other skeleton. Go ahead, put that on, and then get maybe 2 of these, just in case. Because they did say to come back and get the other thing for the... Not the other thing for the chiral relay, but they did say come back when it comes to... Well, no, I don't think they said come back after the evil... Not after, but before the evil dollars. I don't think they said to come back for that. So, yeah, we can go ahead and leave that right there.
Sam, I'm sure you haven't forgotten, but you need to be extremely careful with that antimatter bomb, especially when transporting it by a carrier or vehicle. Any irregularities should trigger an alarm. Don't ignore it.
I never can ignore it, because it's always going off. Okay, I'm gonna offload this for right now. Offload that, and then I'm gonna attach this to Sue. As much as I probably don't want to, I feel like... Oh, wait a minute. I wonder if attaching a thermal pad will help when it comes to, like, my legs. Okay, ooh, so my Ebola gun about to go out, so we can put that in a private locker. Okay, so the all-terrain skeleton I'm wearing right now is still good. I don't have any other boots, so I might need to kind of invest in that a little bit as well. I'm going to try to survive with the hematic grenades that I have currently, because it seems like I have, what, 3, 6, 11 of them, and I don't think I'll need 11 of them. Especially if I can see BTs now, I can probably just avoid them altogether. And I don't see anything about me wearing any power gloves, so I'm going to go ahead and put those on. as well. Oh, I'm kind of tempted to take this skeleton with me, but at the same time, if the container gets damaged, then I may not be able to do anything with it. So I think, I feel like the best thing will probably be to leave it here in the private locker. And since we're probably going to be going through snowy conditions, I am going to get a few of the, what do you call them? I am going to get a few of the, what do you call them? The container sprays. There we go. That way we can help with that part of the journey as well. Okay. Let's get a move on, y'all. So where are we going first? The geologist. Correct. That's the paleontologist. Alright. Geologist right there. Alright, you guys. So I think I have plotted a good route in order to get there. Because if we try to take a straight shot to this, we can get there. But as you can see, since that's a mountain, it's probably pretty tough for us to kind of go through that efficiently. So what I'm going to do is, despite going through all this blue right in this area, I'm going to try to go around the mountain and just go right up here and then go from right there to right here to right here. And then hopefully we won't have too many complications with that. If anything, we probably will have to use up a few of our container sprays because I assume we're going to have to go through a lot of snow, which in turn is going to doggone, which in turn is going to doggone lighten our load just a little bit more. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Sam.
What?
So, Hartman told you all about the lake. How the attack that created it changed his life forever. Not only did he lose his family, he very nearly lost himself. For 21 minutes, he was in a state of cardiopulmonary arrest. Under normal circumstances, he would have died. Therapeutic hypothermia saved his life. But the 21 minutes he spent on the other side had a lasting effect on him. Perhaps due to the shock, his Doom's abilities seem to have increased. And now he takes every opportunity to walk the beach in search of his family.
Bruh, what's with all the phone calls?
My apologies, Sam. You came all this way to visit me, yet I neglected to give you a proper farewell. Do be careful out there. As I mentioned before, this region is rich in memories of death and extinction. It should come as no surprise that BTs are sighted here more frequently.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps you recall the models in my lab. Their designs were all based on eyewitness accounts. Though I suppose they must have struck you as strange, considering the many times you've come face to face with the real McCord.
I don't want to say face to face, but I've definitely come close to him. I can tell you that. The only time I remember coming face to face with him is really when we have to deal with, you know who. I forgot the thermal stuff. Thermal stuff drains our battery also. I have to be very careful with that as well. If it comes down to it, I may get rid of one of them at the very least. But I definitely don't need to be running out of battery when it comes to getting through this region and whatnot. Uh-oh, here we go. Come on. Yep. Power on. Turn on. There you go. I was waiting for you to start this little fun process.
Good to have you back. Couldn't have made it this far without you.
You're right about that. I've barely been getting through this as is. I don't even understand how I made it half the time. Yup. Get cut. Yeah, they should have never gave me this power. Ooh, okay. You're a special. Now we're dealing with orange BTs. That's fantastic.
Got company.
I understand we've got company, but chill out, Sam. You don't think I'm scared of all this mess too right now? Seeing my little skin do we keep going orange every 2 seconds while also worrying about the doggone bomb on our back? Yeah, I'm worried. But I'm trying to make the best of it. Trust your boy. Trust Lou. Trust me. Okay. We should be good to go for right now. As long as nothing's in front of us, I think we should be good. Honestly, give me just the snow and I'll be fine, bro. They're a little distance away, so I think I can get up and walk a little bit more. Because it's blinking slow, it's not blinking fast. And I feel like whenever it's blinking slow like that, that means exactly that. Yup. Love that. Love that for me. Hold up. No. Oh. Ah, yup. Here we go. Of course, it's another doggone snowstorm, bro. BT just can't take the doggone getting beat. So they just can't take the beating that I just gave them. They can't get outclassed. So they got to do some funny stuff. How far away? Oh, we're not that far away from the geologist. Let's go ahead and just hurry up with this. The sooner we get there, the sooner we can actually do a little bit more. And I believe that the legs combined with the, drain our batteries that fast. We're only at like 25% right now. We're gonna need to find a way to get get it back up, to be honest with you. That sounds so wrong outside of context. It really does. Activate the terminal. Make a delivery. Go ahead, confirm it.
Sam Bridges. Oh, thank God for that. I was worried you might not get here in time. But then I've done nothing but worry of late. I've been haunted by those visions you doom sufferers see. That end of days stuff.
What?
I put the nightmares down to fatigue. Possibility of chiral contamination never even occurred to me. It's just lucky we got it before the suicidal stage.
Ew.
Dying's not an option. My research is nowhere near complete. It's not just my life you're saving here. It's my life's work.
Oh, his life's work.
I started to wonder if I'd ever see
Wife.
these meds.
I mean, wife.
I guess you really are good at what you do, huh?
Doggone right I am. You better believe it. I'm good at what I do. Yep. Give Daddy what he like to see. Give Daddy what he like to see. Oh, yeah. This caffeine is making me act all types of different right now. Hey, we are now an expert transporter. Let nothing stand between your cargo's safe arrival. You're darn tootin'. I believe I've delivered everything for my main stuff. I don't think I've ever missed anything like that. The only thing that I've missed that I had to give up on was that one Vogue thing from like 2 episodes ago. That's the only thing I've given up. I hate that, but still, hey, safety first. You have achieved Bridge Link Grade 50. Information concerning new items has been shared with you. You can now make more Strand contracts. You can now make more upgrade cooperation requests. The period for which you can send likes has increased to 9 seconds. Yeah. Love that for me.
Oh, yes. Right then. If you'd do the honors.
Okie dokie. Wait a minute. Why does it seem like it was a different animation just now? Maybe that was just me. I'm not sure. This is a different animation. Why is it changing the POV of this right now? Oh, maybe nothing was different. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to be sure. New strand established. Geologist has joined the UCA. Climbing anchor level 2. New interview required. Interview with the geologist. The area is now connected to the chiral network, enabling you to see and access other players' structures, etc.
Just like that, I'm part of the UCA, with access to a treasure trove of historical research materials. Studying this fossil beach should be a good deal easier now, assuming I can prove once for all that that's what it is. Honestly, though, I'm just excited I can finally share these findings with everyone. Can you believe I found chiral deposits in strata dating back 65.5 million years?
Dude, you need to worry about your health first before you start doing all that.
Stranding.
Chiral matter has existed on Earth since long before the dawn of man. This stratum is proof of that. Look at this, Sam. Do you see that black fissure there? We believe this is the source of the Chiralian readings. In the distant past, earthquakes cause frictional melting along fault lines, producing layers of what is known as pseudotaculite. We call these layers fossil earthquakes. Extending the principle, our fissure here is what one might term a fossil beach. The presence of chiralium in this of all strata cannot be a mere coincidence. It strongly suggests that beaches must have appeared during the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event. And not just then. The chiral network has recovered data suggesting that similar fossil beaches were discovered in strata corresponding to other extinction events too. That would seem to indicate the Big Five and all other major extinctions were accompanied by the appearance of beaches. In expanding the chiral network, you've helped us glimpse a pattern in these scattered points of data. You've furthered our individual research projects and ensured that it is only a matter of time before we recover all we have lost and solve every mystery that remains. But this is only the beginning. See this through, Sam, and there's no telling what we might learn.
I'm trying to see this through, but you keep holding me up, doggone it, Hartman.
New order available.
Alright, so luckily there was already a battery out here, which thank you for that, Mr. Breninho BCR. I'm pretty sure I'm probably messing it up in some way, shape, or form, but that's all I got right now. Again, the caffeine is messing with my brain a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next what do you call it? The next thing with the geologist. Not the geologist, we just went the geologist, the paleontologist. How far away are we from the paleontologist anyways? Now that I think about that.
All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear.
638. Let's go. And as much as I would like to go ahead and take my little container thing and ride down the hill that way, it seems as if, well, we're gonna be going in BT territory again, as usual. And because of that, it will be probably safer to just go at raw. I don't want to say what I was getting ready to say. I was getting ready to say something wild just now, but it'd be better for us to just go into it just blank, you know, and just walk down that way. As long as I don't roll down this hill, I should be good to go. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. I ain't gonna say perfect, but still good. Whoa! There's no way, bro. There's no way. Dog, there's no way. I literally jinxed myself earlier. I kid you not. I said at the beginning, before I took the order, I said I've never failed an order before. I've never failed a main mission order before. And then this game decides to, oh, you've never failed a main mission order before? Guess what? Broop. Dog, there's nothing you can say to me that's gonna label it as fine. Because it said I was yellow. It said I was yellow. I wasn't running down the mountain. So what exactly happened just now? The game just wanted to be just wanted to be mean to me. That's all that it was. I kid you not, that's all it was. The game just wanted to doggone mess me over. That is legit all that was just now. I don't care what anybody says. It'll make sense. It would have made sense if I was still in the red at that point in time. But that line said I was on yellow. That line said I was on yellow. So there's nothing you can sit here and tell me like, oh yeah, you were in the wrong right there. No, bro. No. No. Oh my goodness, we made it all the way to the paleontologist and didn't have to deal with any BTs. Maybe it might have been because of the route I took, but I'm surprised. We made it through that besides that one little hiccup unscathed. I don't even say I don't even really want to call it a hiccup. I feel like still that was some BS the way that went down. Cause I'm telling you, isn't it just so coincidental that, oh, I said I never failed any of the main missions before. Never. Never ever. I never failed any of the main missions before. But all of a sudden, on a yellow mountain, mind you, a yellow level mountain, not red, on a yellow level mountain, all of a sudden there's just a big drop. That's like, no, you're not going to go that route. Yeah, bro. I don't care what nobody says. Game cheated me out of that, but it is what it is. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it slide. We got there in the end.
Much appreciated, friend. Thanks to you, we can finally move ahead with the dig. I swear, this place is bad enough without having to worry about getting asphyxiated.
Yeah, tell me the condition, my boy.
Not that I need to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You did it after all. Though I can't for the life of me imagine how.
Yeah, after being cheated out one of those lives. We got there in the end, though. Handle with care. Avoid impact. Deliver to mountainous area. Okay, we got another music track. You gonna give me another level for you cheating me out of that? Of course you aren't.
You can set up the chiral network while I work.
Okay, is his thing different too? Or is his gonna be the same as the other ones? It looks like his is the same, like the usual animation. So why was the geologist different? Why was the geologist different? That's still weird to me. I mean, maybe it's nothing, but it still is just weird to me. An oxygen mask? Hematic grenade level 2? What is level 2 gonna do? I know the mask is for this area that we're in right now.
Anyway, as it turns out, Sam Bridges, I have a favor.
Oh my goodness.
The local porter was on his way here with something very valuable, but dropped it en route.
Dropped it en route.
200-million-year-old ammonite, which looks, he says, almost as if it were still alive. He apparently stumbled across it in a boulder field, which had previously been hidden beneath a glacier, but that's not the half of it. The man claims this ammonite has an umbilical cord. An umbilical cord. Color me skeptical, but the specimen merits study, and I wasn't about to leave such delicate work to an amateur. So I asked him to carve out
technically
the
you
whole
were.
surrounding chunk of rock and bring it here to me. Naturally, I wanted to compare it with contemporary specimens in the vicinity.
But
Which is why I had him excavate a number of those in addition to the one he told me about.
of course.
But what does a dumb fuck go and do? He loses the whole shipment. Didn't even have the good sense to mark which container had the ammonite with the umbilical cord. The cargo was supposedly lost in the area to the southwest, where toxic gases have a tendency to build up.
Okay.
Old Mr. Reliable claims his cargo scanner is broken, and there's no way he can recover the shipment. But you could track it down.
Of course I
To protect
can.
you against the fumes, I'll provide you with an oxygen mask. Just to be safe. You can pick it up when you accept the order.
Let me guess.
That fossil could represent an epochal discovery. While there are examples of viviparous fish, an ammonite with an umbilical cord is unheard of. And if it is indeed 200 million years old, it would also correspond with the end Triassic extinction, another one of the big five. Could the umbilical cord be connected?
Just go ahead and ask me to get it, bro. You don't need to go through all this.
A vital clue to the mechanisms underpinning the Death Stranding. We're so close. So very, very close to grasping the true nature of the phenomenon. Hurry, Sam. We cannot risk that ammonite being lost.
Like, why are y'all even going through this entire thing? Just do what you want to do and ask me to go grab the thing before I can move on to the next. Before I can move on to the next area. Just go ahead and do that. Like, y'all dragging it out more than it needs to be dragged out right now. Oh my goodness. And that's nothing against the people who made this game. The game is amazing. It's just that he's talking about, oh, well, he's talking about, oh, we need to this order happened. I need a favor. And then because he's saying that, now of course I know Hartman's gonna ask that question. It was like, bruh, just tell me to get it. Just tell me to get it. You don't need to hold me up with this.
An oxygen mask, huh? Good idea. It'll filtrate the air and keep you breathing normally. In addition to protecting you from toxic gases, it'll also help to reduce fatigue from strenuous activity, making it easier to keep your balance. If it didn't have a limited battery life, I'd tell you to keep it on the whole time. But it does, so don't.
Okay, so, and it also protects us from VOG, so if we had any orders for that, that'd be cool too. What does the level 2 do? As far as I know, it just says it's an improvised version of it, so I guess that's just all we got to go based off of that. We're gonna grab one of those, and I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like we won't have to deal with any what do you call them in this area, any mules. So I'm gonna go into this empty-handed right now. Okay, put on the mask. And hematic grenades, we're gonna put that into the grenade pouch, along with this one as well, and this one as well. And just because of the fact of, since I know we're not gonna be in this snowy area anymore, I have given up my thermal pads. Because I don't know if heat exhaustion may play a factor in here as well. So I'm not going to say I'm too hot in this area. Also, oh, I probably need to get myself some more boots. I didn't even think about that. And I've been saying that for the longest time. And I've been looking right at my meter as well when it comes to my boots. And it's like it just slowly keeps going down more and more. Yep. And that's 2. So yeah, we should be good to go now. Let's go get this umbilical cord, because it's so important. Okay, so it should be in this area. Bingo, there they are, right there. All the way down there, of course. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab that real quick. Dealing with toxic gas / fog. Stay in the air filled with toxic gas known as fog, and your consciousness gauge will be depleted. Once fully depleted, you will no longer be able to move, and oxygen mask can be worn to protect from these effects, which is what we're wearing right now. And I'll just come back up here after I grab these. Okay, I need to grab all these because it looks like it is, I guess because we're so, basically since we're in the belly of the beast when it comes to these gases, it looks like it's draining our mass stuff a little bit fast. Which, of course, since it's not that big of a deal, since it's all in this little contained area, there's not too much worrying need to be made right here. But at the same time, don't want to be around here too long. I already got done up by one thing. I don't want to get done up by another thing in this game. I could have went in that way also. Well, came in and out that way if I just explore my surroundings a little bit more, I'll say. Alright, so we got the toxic gas stuff. So, you already know. Let's go ahead and head back here. Alright, Mr. Paleontologist. We got your, not paleontologist. Oh, yeah, this is the paleontologist. But yeah, we got your little umbilical cords with the stuff and everything.
Found it. Let me see. I have to see it.
If you have to see it, why didn't you grab it yourself?
It really is immaculately preserved. Uncannily, even.
All right, new interview data required near end. Some of the facilities' bandwidth has been shared with Sam. More structures can now be built within the chiral network. The paleontologist has provided data on the following Luden's mask frame colors. Volcano orange. Backpack color. Volcano orange. Alright.
Thanks for bringing in that lost shipment, Sam. And yes, it did indeed include an ammonite with a bona fide umbilical cord attached. I've already sent some images and a preliminary analysis to Hartman via the network.
Is that it right there?
Interestingly, it seems the surrounding strata contain traces of tar, which lines up with one of his theories. Anyway, I know you only just brought this ammonite here, but I'd like you to deliver it to a colleague of mine.
Okay, because I was about to say, yeah, we got to go there anyway.
She's
so.
taken an interest in the tar, and I think she'd be eager to examine this particular specimen.
It's quite remarkable, and that's to your credit. To clarify, she has been studying how the tar may have influenced the development of various organisms.
Okay.
Accordingly, I would ask that you also recover the tar collectors deployed near her shelter and deliver them along with the ammonite. It would be too dangerous for her to attempt to retrieve them herself, which is why we must impose upon you. By
No,
aiding
you don't.
her research, we may yet inch closer to unraveling the secrets of the Death Stranding. We've already made so much progress with the data recovered by the network. With your continued help, I know we can accomplish even more.
No, you don't need to impose upon me. You're choosing to impose upon me, doggone it.
Please act.
There's a difference. And I don't care what y'all try to tell me in the comments. It's the truth. Bruh.
No can do, Sam. Structures can't be built that close together. You'll need to settle for a different spot outside the sensor ring.
My goodness, you doggone dirty jokers. Can't make things easy for me, can you?
Weapons restrictions lifted.
When I need something easy done, it can't be done. But no, when y'all need something done, it's we just love to impose upon you, Sam. Get out of here with that mess. And let me build my generator. You're wasting my doggone battery this much.
Construction complete.
Now, let's go ahead and recheck this order
Scanning bridges ID.
real quick
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected.
and see where the Evo Devologist is.
All clear.
If they're up on this mountain, then well, if they're up like high on this mountain, then I'm gonna need to get some more gear. Looks like they're up on the mountain. Fantastic. Okay, so we gotta stop down there to get the little tar collection thingies, and then make our way up there. Cargo collection from a BT area. You hate to see it. You really do. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, and you hate to see me happy, don't you? You really do. You just love imposing upon my happiness. Okay. So I don't think we need any container repairs for right now. Let me see. Since we're going to a BT area, I would probably say that we need hematic grenades for one. I already got like 15 of them, but I'm gonna grab 2 more just in case. I think I'm gonna keep some ladders with me because of the fact of I see we have to go through a lot of the areas that we have to go through at this moment in time, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and just keep those just to be on the safe side. Well, keep at least 2 of them just to be on the safe side. And I think that's it for right now. Other than that, for stuff that I feel like we probably could just bring with us just in case, it looks like we're going back up the mountain a little bit, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to keep my thermal pads with me just to be on the safe side when it comes to that. I got climbing anchors and I got a ladder. Well, I got 3 ladders as well. 3 other ladders, so that should work out pretty well. So I think we're good for right now, to be honest. So I don't think I have any other sort of complications when it comes to this. So yeah, let's go ahead and get it in.
Order assigned.
On the road again. I really wish I didn't have to go back on the road again.
Weapons restrictions covered in tar, aren't I?
Sam said it best. He said, I gotta get covered in tar, aren't I? I'm pretty sure you probably are. Not only gonna get covered in it, but you're probably gonna need the gas mask that we have. Alright, go ahead. Turn on. Turn on, dog on it. Stop teasing. There you go. That was 5 of these things. Where's the 5th one at? Cargo for number 61. Deliver a container of ammonites and 4 containers. Oh, 4 containers. Okay, 5 containers total. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad it clarified that because I was wondering. I was just about to say, it says we have 5 things, so is it... So is it like, when it says 5 things, I'll go ask, is it 5 things in terms of 5 things total? Or is it 5 of these little, what do you call them? This bacon right here. I wonder what happens if we beat this. Does it clear the area of them? Ooh, it doesn't clear the area of them. But definitely weakens a lot. That's for sure. And these level 2s is like, you can, what's the word? You can essentially just like charge up the throw. The best way of saying it. Honestly, being able to cut the cords of these BTs is a lot easier with dealing them. Especially when you can do it with the hematic grenades as well. It's a lot easier dealing with them. Okay, great. Okay. Good. That was kind of close. I'm not even gonna front. I had to stay kind of quiet right there for a second. Okay, so we've gotten 4 out of the... Well, I can't say 4. 3 out of the 4 containers. We just got to get that one more right there. And I saved that one specifically for last because it's like, it wouldn't have made sense for us to go start right here and then have to go in there. And then I think we probably have to go back up the mountain this way anyway. So it just made more sense to me to do it that way, where we can just go ahead and just move. Go basically start outwards first, start further out, and then just come back and deal with doing the closest one. Yep, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut that up. Back to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, the hunter has become the hunted now. Y'all thought y'all was gonna keep on bullying me. No. See, now it's my turn. If I can get close enough to you, the doggone deal with you, guess what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna handle you just like the problem you are. You can be the problem, but I'm gonna be the solution. Yep, we made it out. Okay. Well, that's good. Now we can hurry up and get out of this doggone area. Since my doggone oxygen mask keeps going out every 2 seconds. How far up this mountain do we have to go? I just want to know so I can see whether or not I got to put on my thermal pads at this point. Not that far. Only 130. We can do it. We can do it. It'll be alright. We shouldn't run through a whole bunch of stamina like that. As long as we can keep trekking up this mountain, we should be good to go. And what do you know? Even the snow is starting to slow down. Love that for me. At least I'm getting it a little bit. At least I'm taking it easy on me a little bit.
I'm impressed, Sam. Not many people would have even attempted this. May I have a look?
I didn't even want to attempt it. They didn't give me another choice.
Not a scratch on it. And the tar inside is safe and secure. You do not disappoint, my friend.
Yeah, that's what happens when you come well prepared. Like I do. At least I try to be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Give me the S.
Now, connect me to the chiral network. That's where my studies will truly begin.
Alright, so here we go. And of course, we don't really need to see that. At this point, I'd just be watching that just because of the fact that, like I said, that first little one with the geologist, he's the only one that's had a different animation throughout this entire thing. And I'm still trying to figure that out as to why. What is y'all doing? What is y'all doing? We're going off the deep end now. It's a grenade launcher, bro. Like, you're doing too much now.
Thank you. It goes without saying, but I am convinced that the tar is related to the BTs and the Death Stranding. After all, both it and Timefall are the defining features of the post-Stranding ecosystem. Sudden environmental changes such as these invariably lead to the extinction of organisms that fail to adapt. Those that do adapt do so by virtue of enhancers, the regions of DNA that grant successful organisms their advantages. These genetic factors are the key to evolution. But there are genes which have the opposite effect, those which disadvantage organisms. Extinction factors, as they have been called. These are the seeds of advancement and obsolescence. Such factors may lie dormant within us all, a choice waiting to be made. For every being since the advent of life itself. If so, then ancient proof may hide deep within the tar. Evidence of these genetic decisions that may aid us in navigating our current crossroads. In any event, thanks to you, I can now study the composition of the tar in greater detail. I'll make sure to share any interesting results with you later.
Thank you. Oh,
Well
no.
done, Sam. You furthered our research into the Death Stranding in ways you cannot imagine. Thank you again for bringing me Mama's body, as well as that ammonite.
Got any
Speaking
results
of
on that?
which, my analysis of its umbilical cord is proceeding apace. I've been comparing the data against some of our restored archives. Anyway, would you mind returning to my lab?
Oh,
Preparations
no.
are finally complete for the chiral relay integration. If you could collect the necessary materials for the restoration work and bring them here, I would be most grateful.
What do you mean collect the material? What material?
Good work. New order available.
Head back to Hartman's
Please
lab.
access delivery terminal for further information.
Are they here? Because I'm not gonna grab nothing on the way there. Yeah, we're already going here. Might as well. Time sensitive. Yeah, we're already going towards his lab, so we might as well go ahead and drop this off to him as well. So, bum. These jokers gave us a grenade launcher. What kind of mess? Man, oh man. Honestly, this is a beautiful sight right here. Despite the timer on the right side right there kind of ruining the moment that I was gearing to say. This is a nice sight right here. It makes me really appreciate this game a lot sometimes. Looking at how beautiful it is. Where are we supposed to be going now? He is further that way. Wait, so do we need to go this way or do we need to go up the mountain? I guess I'm about to figure it out. Alright, we finally made it back here. Too doggone. Dr. Hartman. And we... Hold on. What the heck? No, take your doggone fish. Oh, wait. Yeah, this was the thing. He just told us to come back here. I forgot about that. But yeah. Oh, man. I thought he proposed to bring it back, too. Yeah. Yep, just give it. Yep. Alright, blah blah blah. Lightning blue. Cool. Okay, let's see what.
Thank you for your...
Yeah, great, Okay, now let's see.
New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Alright, so let's see what Jabberjaws has to say. Why are you playing like that, Sam?
Thank you, Sam. In reclaiming our past, we've uncovered a number of vital clues.
No. How much longer you got?
Just got back.
Okay.
We have time. When you met with Mama, you experienced a strong antigen-antibody reaction, correct?
There was a BT in the room.
There was. But something else may have been causing it. I've discovered large quantities of chiral matter in Mama as well. Not just the usual kind that collects on our skin or on our suits. It's in all her cells. Cells that are no longer active. The BT you encountered there was special. It was her child, but also her own soul. Somehow, her Ka and Ha failed to separate. They must have remained connected through the umbilical cord. It's the only explanation.
Is that why I didn't get a bruise where she touched me?
Yes, and there's more.
10 seconds to cardiac arrest.
Didn't you just say you just got back?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I modified the log times. Headquarters will have no record of what we say.
Okay.
Look, a message from Deadman. It came with the umbilical cord.
Sam, I'm sorry. You deserve to know what you were carrying. But I couldn't risk Die Hardman finding out about the case. So I had no choice but to keep it off the books.
What is going on with this man?
Keep this between us. We still don't know if the director can be trusted. The umbilical cord was taken from Bridget Strand. I removed it in secret.
What?
The cord wasn't attached to a fetus. It was outside her body. She asked me to take care of it. Said it was the key to unlocking the Death Stranding. But she insisted that I never tell the director.
Oh my gosh.
The cord shows no sign of decomposition or necrotization. Almost as if it's frozen in time. I thought Hartman might be able to make sense of it. So I had it hidden with your cargo at Mountain Knot City.
This guy right here.
Deadman's observations were accurate. It's just like Mama's corpse.
What do you mean?
I mean, they share a very unique property. Both contain large amounts of chiralium in their cells. In other words, the President's cord was somehow connected to the beach, and that allowed it to escape the flow of time.
What?
I've put together the bones of a theory. It's patchy, but worth sharing, I think.
This is the
Life
most
on Earth
interesting
has
talk
been
we have
rocked
had.
by many extinctions, great and small, including the Big Five. And if you examine the Earth's strata, its history, if you will, you'll find corellium deposits that can be dated to each. What if the manifestation of beaches and other associated phenomena correspond to extinction-level events?
You mean?
Yes.
What?
Our Death Stranding could just be the latest of many. The records and research you helped us to recover strongly suggest that we are in the middle of the 6th extinction.
6th extinction?
6th?
Come on.
You know what this is, yes?
A frozen mammoth from 10,000 years ago.
Even I know that.
Correct. And this?
The Iceman from 5,300 years ago.
They both have the same umbilical cords.
Bullshit.
Humor me. What if the mammoth and the Iceman weren't frozen?
You're saying time stopped for them just like it did for Mama?
Unfortunately, all these specimens were lost in the Death Stranding, so there's no
Wait.
way to examine the genuine articles. But some fragments of data did survive. With the aid of the chiral network, we may be able to piece together something more concrete using Evo-Devo tech. All right, how's this? A dinosaur from 65.5 million years ago. Umbilical cord, not decomposed.
Only mammals have umbilical cords.
No. Only mammals have umbilical cords used for childbirth. This is something else. Call it a strand from the other side. I propose that mammalian umbilici are a sort of mimesis of the strand that then evolved over time.
Is he?
We shouldn't assume that everything about a Death Stranding is detrimental to life. Trilobites, ammonites,
Is he saying what I think he's saying?
dinosaurs, the mammoth, the Iceman, all preserved as if frozen in time, all, without exception, found with strands, which is to say that all may have been connected to the beach. And this, when viewed in the context of the extinction entity, EE theory, leads me to surmise that organisms with strands are in fact extinction entities.
Meaning?
See, Sam, EEs are connected to the beach via their strands. And it is through this connection that they somehow bring about a Death Stranding.
So you're saying Bridget was an extinction entity?
It's far too soon to say anything for certain. And since you burned her body, we may never know.
Higgs said Amelie's an EE, that she doesn't have dooms like the rest of us.
Sam, think. Assume that President Strand was an EE. Isn't it possible that her daughter is too? At the very least, Higgs may hope as much now that the president is unavailable.
Wait a minute.
So he kidnaps her for EE powers or whatever to cause a mass extinction.
That's not exactly what I was thinking at
Perhaps.
first, but
Perhaps
yeah.
not. I doubt a single EE is powerful enough to cause a Death Stranding, assuming Amelie is an EE.
Well, Higgs sure thinks she's got what it takes.
Indeed. And we need to get her back as soon as possible.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Ah, this one is real. Sam, go west.
That's the fastest you've
How
ever
do you
made
want
an
me to handle
explanation.
Die Hardman?
With your customary reserve. Nothing good will come of him learning of our suspicions. Whatever else is going on, we still need the chiral network.
Right.
So, okay.
Activating lab security measures. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will never get used to that. That's still crazy. Okay, so I'm a little bit confused. I mean, I understand what they were saying. Don't get me wrong. I do understand what they were saying. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to push you like that, Sam. I really didn't. But I'm trying to think exactly what I'm trying to say. Let me look at what we got to do next first.
It's time, Sam. When you're ready, proceed to the shore of the tar belt and begin work on the chiral relay. Once it's ready, use the Cupid to bring it online. The necessary materials are prepped for you. Supplies are limited, so handle them with care. You'll be carrying a lot, too. All things considered, this might be one of your hardest runs to date. Hartman knows more about the site than I do, so he'll take it from here. It's about time for his wake-up call anyway.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Dang, you cleared. You doggone did that perfectly.
Right. About that way station. The site we have chosen was an original candidate for the way station we lost to the tar belt. Ironically, we suspended construction because we deemed it a little too unstable and not worth the risk. But this time, it's our best shot. So let's hope we weren't right to change horses in midstream. Fortunately for us, the foundation we laid down is still intact. All you have to do is transport the necessary materials to the site and finish the job. I'm afraid it's the only way we can expand the network further west and rescue Harmony. We're counting on you, Sam.
Okay. Now he's saying we're going to be covering a lot of heavy material. So how heavy are we talking right now? And how did my carry level go down to 130? What's going on with that? Hold on, I need to check that real quick. I need to check that immediately because otherwise, what happened to my skeleton? What happened to my skeleton? Why did it come off? That's crazy. How heavy are we talking right now? 150 kilograms. 150 kilograms. Yeah, that's gonna be a trick in and of itself right there. So, on that note, I think I'm gonna end this episode off here. Bro. This finna be a thing right here. This finna be a booger. I already see that. Be trying to get that thing out of there. That's finna test us. And another reason why I'm saying I'm gonna just go ahead and just cut it right here because of the fact of I think whenever we reload the game, like the energy levels and everything go back up, so it's gonna be the safest option for me right now. You know. Also because of the fact that I've been recording for like 2 hours and 22 minutes, but I'm pretty sure a lot of this is gonna get cut. But yeah, I don't have any energy right now. Well, Sam doesn't have any energy, but he doesn't have any energy for right now. And with all that being said, just to take that into account, and then I don't think there's any streams or nothing like that around here or whatnot. I think it would just be the smartest plan for me to just go ahead and just wait, you know, wait until later to do that. You know, like look at this, canteen 0, blood bag 46, 500 right there, which I'm gonna need to probably grab me some other materials at another point in time anyways, but still, it's like I said, that's just gonna be the smartest thing for us to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you sit down because you've been doing the thing, man. You've been doing the thing. So I'm gonna let you sit down and just do what you got to do. But oof. Okay, well, I guess you guys already know what time it is. On that note, I am going to end this episode off here. And actually, this works out a lot better, too, because of the fact that I'm going to talk about what my theory was before they started talking about, like, the extinction entity type things. I thought that when they were talking about the umbilical cord and everything, I thought they were going to say that the people were just like, I guess you could say immortal in a sense, you know, because of the fact of, what was it? Because of the fact that they kept saying they were like frozen in time. So I thought they were gonna say like, oh, because they have these umbilical cords that are frozen in time, then they basically like didn't age or nothing like that, or they age slower, something to that effect. I thought that's what they were gonna say, but no, the whole E thing, that's a whole thing too. And the other thing about that is like, the other thing about that right there is, if he's saying she's an extinction entity, does that mean that, well, like they were saying, that they think she's gonna be able to trigger an extinction, and if so, how? I don't know. I don't know, bro. It's just, it's all interesting to me. And another thing about that is, I feel like with that being said, that means a very hard decision is gonna have to be made in the process. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it won't come to that. You guys probably already know what I'm thinking, but hopefully it won't come to that. But anyways, with all that being said, now for real, I'm gonna end this episode number 15 of Death Stranding off right here. And it's just, it's gonna be, it's oh my goodness, I keep seeing like, it keeps getting deeper, bro. It just keeps getting deeper. And that was probably the most interesting talk I've had with Hartman the entire time that we met him. That was the only yap session that I really liked, kind of like being in, because of the fact that it made me think a little bit more about like what's going on with the story and whatnot, instead of just talking about the dinosaurs and stuff like that, bro. Which I didn't think, I didn't keep track of any of that information at all, you know. But that one, that was an interesting talk. So I'm ready to see how this game is gonna end. I'm ready to see how this game is gonna end. But that is where we're gonna end 15 off today. If you guys did enjoy this video, you already know what to do. You don't have to, as usual, but it's much appreciated if you do. And really, I'm gonna just say, leave a comment down below if you're ready to see my experience with Death Stranding 2 when it comes out. Don't put any spoilers for this ending in here, because I just want to see what that is gonna happen, how that's gonna lead into number 2, and really go from there. That's all I can really say. And you know, comment about that, like I said. And if you want to stay tuned for both the Death Stranding stuff as well as the Kazan stuff, once I actually hopefully manage to get around to that, you already know you can sub, and that will be your easiest way to kind of keep track of that when it happens as well. So hopefully I can get all this stuff squared away in a good manner and whatnot, and there's not going to be much to kind of deal with when it comes to that as well. So yeah, but other than that, I'm done. I love you, beautiful people. Y'all stay blessed, stay breezy, continue to be cheesy with your goofball selves, continue to take it easy, and I will see you in the next episode. Love you guys. I'll see you later. Peace. And I almost forgot. God bless y'all. But, oh man, I have no words. I have no words. I'm so worried about what's about to happen right now, but at the same time, I'm excited. We've come this far, and it's like I'm ready to see how this game is actually going to end. Oh man. Ooh, words can't describe it. It really can't.